It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. Zero experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com. That's thetickettrap.com.
WCP, hop on. Good Lord, these white supremacists have lost their damn minds. WCP, then we're going to get J. Kai in. WCP, what's up, man? Unmute your microphone, sir.
Can you hear me okay, Tariq?
There you go. What's going on with you?
Oh, man. Hey, it's just, I never imagined that I'd ever get on here. I listen to you all the time.
Man, there it is.
Yeah, I've been checking you out since you used to teach Mac lessons. I used to go through it with Payroll the Pimp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. That's way back in the day.
Yeah, but I wanna say two things. I grew up in Detroit, and black people came in all different colors. Like, I got a whole bunch of light-skinned people in my family that claim that they're of Native American ancestry or whatever. And then when you want like an explanation for the specifics, the first thing they're going to throw out is Cherokee. I guess I'm just saying, like, it's a shame that a lot of our black FBA people become embarrassed of just claiming this designation of black because it's more fashionable to say that you're something else just because genetics played out a certain way for your look. And now I
feel what you're saying to a certain degree, but yeah, to be honest, there are a lot of black people who do have some of these Native American tribes in them. They do. And that's a reality. That is a reality. Now saying that you're a member of one of these tribes, no, I wouldn't go that far because they've already finessed the game and put a bunch of $5 white Indians in there, and they've expelled a lot of black people. But truth be told, there are a lot of black people who are who do have lineage and ancestry with Cherokee, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, and that's a fact. Yamasee, that's a fact. Let's get this Nick dude in here. This Nick dude was trolling earlier. Nick is a tether. He's a Haitian and Ghanaian tether. Hop in, Nick.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? So Nick is running one of these alleged stock crypto scams. Tell us about your stock crypto expertise, Nick.
Yes, sir. I have scammed billions of people. Although I haven't received any money, but I believe I have.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the feds comes after me and they locked me up, man. I hope. Right? That's all I'm praying for.
Well, yeah, because you were bragging about all these stocks and all this crypto stuff you got, but yeah, a lot of y'all Haitian cats, man, y'all be running those scams, and that's a very common thing. And also, you were bragging about all your designer suits, but nigga, you work in a suit store. I can tell you work in a suit store. You clearly a suit store.
Tariq, I do have connections. But one more thing, right?
You work in a suit store. You are bragging about all your suits. Yeah, you get them on discount because you work in a suit store.
I have connections. But Tariq,
your job.
The Haitian that scammed people.
You're an employee at a suit store. All right, let's just be honest about that. But go ahead.
Yeah, the Haitian that scam people, I am not with them by any means. The guy from New York who has stolen millions of dollars by telling people that they were receiving profits every Fridays or something like that. I stood against it when it started, and I will always stand against it. No one will ever, including you, have record on me taking money from people or defrauding hardworking people to make a living out of it. That's not going to happen. It will never happen, and I will put my life on it. So,
well, a lot of scammers. All scammers say, "Hey, I'm not scamming. Just give me your money."
Nah.
They all
man. Tariq, I'm not going to show my face if I'm scamming. How is that plausible?
Well, yeah, scammers show their faces. They show up and say, "Hey, look at me. Look at all my suits. I know what I'm talking about." So purchase my stock tips, and I'm going to show you the game. Yeah.
No, brother, I would never do that. No jokes. No jokes.
They all
but
say.
Tariq, to your defense, I said your blue suit looks good, right? I commented on that. Out of nowhere, you came out of nowhere and just started to attack me, and you brought your minions with you.
Nobody's a minion, but no,
Dude, come on, dude.
I'm not, dude. You from two third worlds. You're not at liberty to talk about anything, to be honest. You know,
Bro, I said your blue suit was
fine.
quite exemplary. That's
That's
what
fine.
I said, and you came out of nowhere, knowing that the green suit that you had on. Tariq, you should tell the truth, man. That green suit wasn't good at all, man. It
Yeah,
wasn't well fitted.
that suit
The
looks
sleeves
great.
are not
Dude.
good.
That
Go ahead.
suit looks good on me, and all of my suits look good because
That's not the point, bro. You don't even have a business sleeve suit. The shirt is not even showing. What type of style is that, bro? It's
Oh well,
like
I need
Vince
to
Carter
go
back
look.
in the day.
I need to go to your store that you work at, and y'all fit me in one of those suits. How about that?
No problem. I'll fit you, and I'll
Right.
buy you a suit.
Yes.
All
Let me
right,
go to
a
the store.
designer suit.
But my suits are phenomenal. I wear fly suits, and I just happen to throw on some little janky shoes to do a sit down interview. So
But
that's what it is.
what's with the shoes, man? They have zippers and lace at the same time.
Right. I just put
What
on
the hell is that, bro?
that.
You
That
like 35 years old and you dressing like that? Come on, bro. If you were my brother, I would have slapped you before you get out of the
now
house, man.
now to my own defense, again, I explained earlier. I just threw on some shoes because they weren't being filmed in the interview. Now, what about the flip flops in your failed homeland? How come you're not getting some shoes from them? You can't come over here and pull the shoe game, and y'all running around with flip flops and dusty ass soles and ankles. Come on
But Tariq, you know I'm an FTA, right?
now.
FTA.
FTA.
Yeah, federal. I mean, foundational tether Africans.
There you go. Yes, you
Yes,
are.
sir. Yes, sir.
So help your fellow tethers. And
No, I
get,
want to help you, my guy.
no. You better help your. I'm fine. Help them get some shoes.
No,
And
I'm
then
gonna help you dress up next
no,
time you
you're
come to
gonna have to
Twitter.
no help your family get them mustains off their suits and help them step it up, sir. That's what you got to do. All right.
Will you help?
Yes,
Actually, give me some of your money, man.
do.
I will.
I've already done the movie 1804 for Haiti. I produced the movie, a phenomenal film. So I've done my part. So you got to help your people, man. Help them step it up and get them off them dirt cookies.
I have
All
never seen it, bro. Send it
right.
to me. I'll.
Thank you so much. All right. Let's get J. Kai in here. Sister J. Kai.
Hello.
Hey, beloved, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, dear. What's on your mind, dear?
Well, quite a few things. First I want to congratulate you on your movie.
Thank you, dear.
I didn't get a chance to see it, but when you put it
What's the,
out on
are you
Blu-ray,
in are you in Ohio somewhere?
yes.
Okay. It
But I didn't get the chance to make it to the Detroit showing.
okay. Okay.
But I had the DVD, well, the Blu-ray, but I was waiting for you to put it back in theaters, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere close this time.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be out there in Ohio.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna just crack it open and watch it. But
Yes, ma'am.
but yes, and also I love the deodorant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
I
much.
Yes, I use that now. I'm not ever going back to that polluted stuff that's in the stores. I can't do
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. But thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Yeah, y'all got to get that root work, man. Yeah, y'all got to get that root work, man. That root work deodorant is so phenomenal. Feels good on your body. The energy is good. No pollution, no irritants, no chemicals. All natural deodorant, man. We gotta get our cleanse game and our natural game on because a lot of deodorant, man, that a lot of these deodorants that's in the mainstream stores, they got a lot of chemicals in them. That's the reason why I wanted to make Rootwork deodorant, and you guys can get it at rootworkstyle.com. Those spray deodorants and all of that, they were putting bumps under my arm, big lumps, and they were irritating my. Yeah, I had to stop that stuff, man. You people really got to watch what you put under your arms, man. Your lymph nodes and all of that, man. It soaks in all of those chemicals and it messes with your body. And people have linked like breast cancer to certain antiperspirants, man. What you put under your arm is real important. It's very important, man. You cannot put them chemicals under your arms and your body. We got to be very aware of the chemicals and the pollutions that's out just in foods and products, in our environments. We got to really be cognizant of that stuff. And I'm out here in LA, and it's LA is a hotbed of damn pollution, to be honest. That's why there's a lot of behavioral issues out here in California, Southern California, because they got pesticides. LA is full of smog from the cars and from the industries and from the shipping. Um, the way LA is designed with the mountainous areas, it holds the gravitational pull holds a lot of the smog, so it's not blown away like it should be. So, I'm very pollution conscious, man. I'm very pollution conscious. That's why I like traveling to different spots just to breathe fresh damn air. I love going to the woods and to the forest just to be around fresh air, man. That's very important. Let's get let me see. Let's get Ramaj, and then I get Grinds. Ramaj, unmute your microphone. Ramaj, the real Ramaj. Where you at, brother? He's not saying anything. Let's get Grinds. Let's get Grinds TV in here.
What's up, brother Tariq?
What's up, man? How are you, sir?
Pretty good, and yourself?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
I wanted to speak to that question earlier regarding people using a talking point about Trump being divisive. People
Yeah.
like that are very people like Trump and your average Republican. That's easy work. That's light work. They expose themselves like Malcolm told us years ago. The conversation, really needs to be had that a lot of people don't want to have that make remarks like that. It's Biden and him being a mentee and friend by his own admission, especially at these white supremacist House members and Senate members' funerals, eulogizing them, admitting openly to many, so and so was our mentor and friend, and by him being coming up under the tutelage of some of your biggest segregationists in the House and the Senate,
Yep.
like Strom Thurmond and Robert Byrd, who was always a Democrat, and Strom Thurmond was originally a Democrat and eventually migrated to the other side around 63 or 64. And a lot of your major people that they want us to hate so much, like your Donald Trumps, David Dukes, and, Strom Thurmond started on the other side to the point where this guy here, Biden, was nicknamed a few names, Jim Crow Joe and Segregation Joe. And they really expected last election that this guy with that type of racist political history was the great candidate or the perfect candidate to unite a country that was never united in our land.
There you go, my man. Very good points, brother. Very, very good points. Let's get H2 Black.
Yeah. What's up, Tariq?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Yeah, I just heard you just did the Vlad interview, bro. Congratulations, bro. That's big. That's W, man. That's a big
Yes,
W.
yes, it's a very good interview we did, man, and I hope he keeps most of it because we had a very deep conversation. So
Vlad likes to clip and cut shit out, man.
yeah, which is cool. But I hope he clips and cuts all of it, all the good juicy parts when we're talking and really mixing it up. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. So it's gonna get a lot of views. So very good conversation we had. We've got a lot of straightening going on. And where you from, man? Where's that accent from?
I'm from America, bro, but I ain't trying to dox myself, bro, for real.
You ain't
Get me?
doxing yourself. I clearly hear your accent. What part are you from? Somalia? Where you from, man?
Obviously, my motherland, Somalia, man.
There you go. There you go. So what else is going on, brother?
Okay. So what's? I'm really trying to figure out what's the FDA, bro. Like really, like what you about? What's that about?
Oh, when y'all do that, when y'all play dumb, usually that's because now you're playing dumb. You know good and well what FBA is. You know.
No, you're the first one I met, actually.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know what FBA means.
Well, what is it? What is it?
Okay, you know what it is. What y'all do, y'all play dumb and then y'all start trolling. All right.
No, I'm not trolling. I actually really want to know, like, what is the FDA? Because, like, this is my first time hearing about it. You guys are making big noise, man.
It's not your first time hearing about it. This is not your first time.
This is like, this is my first time talking to one. You get me?
No, it's not.
How do you know?
It's not your first time talking to a foundational Black American.
Yes, it is.
If you live in America, you talk to foundational all the time.
Bro, they don't got no FDA people walking around saying, hey, I'm FDA, look at me. Nobody, I don't see that shit.
You don't have people walking around saying, hey, I'm African American, look at me. You don't have nobody saying that. You don't have people saying, hey, look at me, I'm Somalian. Nobody does that. We can tell by your foreheads, though.
I can tell the way you talk, you're not proud of your shit, though.
That's a projection.
That's what you're doing right now, bro. I just asked you a simple question. What is the FDA? You say you
Because
trolling.
you
So
already know.
I'm going to assume FDA is a bunch of trolling ass niggas.
Because you already know what it is. That's why you about
I
to start.
don't know what it is. You just,
You do know. That's why you about to start trolling and crashing out now.
No, I'm not crashing out, bro. I'm trying to have a
Right.
civil debate with you,
No,
not
you're
even a
not.
debate conversation. You get me?
Now you about to start.
I came here. I congratulated you, Tariq. You know,
No,
you
no,
got
no,
that
no.
Vlad interview, my nigga. I fuck with that. But what
No.
is the FDA?
Oh,
What is the FDA,
you
my nigga?
already know what it is. You already
Is
know.
it a political? It's a political movement, right? That's what
No,
it has to be. Yeah,
it's not.
it's not.
You know it ain't. It's not that.
This nigga keeps saying, "Can you just tell the man know what it is, bro?
You
We don't
already
know this
know.
shit."
I don't have to explain what's already understood. You know, it ain't you. It's you ain't one.
I
It's
ain't
people.
what?
It's people who didn't flee. That's what an FBA is. That's a person who didn't flee from their homeland.
It's the person who didn't flee from which America's your homeland. Hold on,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Where?
America's your homeland, my nigga.
Yeah, my nigga.
You
Where else?
you you blacker than me, bro. How the fuck America your homeland, nigga? You
What?
darker than me.
And this is my homeland.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Get your ass to the DNA lab, my nigga. That shit going back to Africa, bro. Every
Wait.
white man knows this nigga ain't from fucking America, bro.
Slow down. Slow down.
Yeah,
Watch
go
your
ahead.
language.
Okay,
You're
my
not.
fault, my fault. You came
Slow
at
down.
me talking about my forehead, so I came at you talking about
Slow
you
down.
ain't from here.
But you watch your language. You're not at the immigration office. You ain't got to curse.
I
Calm
get it.
down. Now listen. Now what's our homeland? You said this is not our homeland. What's our homeland? Huh? I don't have you muted, sir. Go ahead. I think an Uber Eats order came in because sometimes their phones be going in and out, and that's when the Uber Eats orders come in. So he might have to make a delivery because he's out and about driving right now. Brother, you here or are you putting your order in? You got to make that delivery. Yeah, he's making that order is coming in right now, and I think it's a big order. Somebody ordering some Wingstop, like they getting 20 lemon pepper wings and 16 barbecues with some ranch, and they're telling him to make sure there's utensils in the bag. So he's writing all of that down so he don't forget. All right. So look, yeah, I don't have him muted, by the way. He's still here, and I don't have him muted. So let me you can come back up later. I'll let you go ahead and deliver them lemon pepper wings, and then we'll get you back up. Let's get DJ Blackie. What's that? Blackie Chan. No, go upstairs. Yeah,
Hello,
Black.
can you hear me?
Yes, Blackie. How are you? I'm calling you
Oh
Blackie
my
Chan.
goodness, I feel like lightning struck today
Oh,
because I've been following y'all for a while. And I just want to give y'all a shout out, just in general, for having, I guess, the courage to speak out about the I guess if you want to say intercultural issues we've been having within the Black community that unfortunately the Democratic Party doesn't have the balls to have. So that's
right.
one. I
Okay.
just want to say that. Two, I want to give a shout out to Marcel. And I think I see him on here. I think his name is Hoverman. He's from out in I think Houston.
Okay.
Those two gentlemen, I've been following them for like 2 years now, or 2 or 3 years now, since I guess like just after the pandemic. And you too, Tariq. And
Thank
I want to quickly make a few points because I don't want to eat up too much time. And just so you know, I'm from Brooklyn originally, but I was raised in Miami.
you. Okay.
And as a Haitian American woman, those types of intercultural tensions have always been around. Haitians versus Jamaicans,
Yes.
Arabs within Arabs, even Black Americans within Black Americans due to, the gang affiliation thing, you know. And, unfortunately those kinds of issues spill out into the mainstream. And again, no one in our culture, for the exception of maybe, Dr. Umar. I think I forgot what his name is. He was a gentleman that used to talk about. I don't know. They said he would be arrogant, like he's like kind of like a. He would talk about toxicity within Black women. Kevin something something him, and a few others that will point out these issues, not because we're trying to air out our laundry, but we have to address issues. And I think sometimes we see that these politicians will interject themselves into our problems and don't have any solutions. If anything, they make it worse, whether it's the media, the Democratic Party, or even sometimes, unfortunately, the Republican Party and Black conservatives, because they sometimes have they mean well, but the toxicity, like what Candace has done and other Black conservatives. So what I want to kind of get to real quickly is I appreciate that there are a bunch of y'all on here that are doing the best you can to straighten out, and especially Tesla, man, I don't know if she's on here, but my goodness, what a queen of maybe being the only Black woman, maybe a few others out here. I think there's a Sunny, young lady named Sunny, and a few other sisters out here that are actually addressing issues in our communities because no one is articulate enough to do it on the legislative level, maybe even in the community level. I think the Black Lives Matter movement, it had it met well, but
Yeah,
unfortunately we saw what happened.
yes,
So to
indeed. But
quickly
thank you so much
land my
there.
plane.
Okay, there you go. Well, sister, it was kind of taking a minute to land the plane. I wasn't really getting the point. Okay. All right, sis. I really don't know what our point was. Ahmad, hop on.
Hey, hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Ahmad. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. I actually, I have a similar question to the Somali gentleman that was up earlier. He was
Yes.
inquiring about what FBA meant, and
Right.
you were saying it's foundational Black American.
Right.
And I was really listening because I was really trying to understand what you would describe it as, or what the movement is about. Because this is maybe the second or third time I had heard the term. And
Yes.
I found one thing interesting. You were talking about uh, FBAs, or those who did not run away from the homeland, and then claiming that America is part of that homeland. Is that correct?
Yes. This is our homeland.
Okay. So, just generally speaking, I mean, if looking at it logically, like that, is this like a metaphorical type of claim, or is this, are you like, is it a genuine, like, no, America is a homeland. This is where we originated from.
No, it's not metaphoric. We are the people who built the United States of America.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
Right.
it's from that perspective.
Right. So yeah, this is our homeland. We've been here longer than damn near every other group. We built the United States from scratch. There was no United States until foundational Black Americans built the United States. We didn't immigrate here. We had to build this place from scratch. So we are indigenous to the United States. Did some Black people come from Africa? Yes. Were Black people already here? Some of the Black Aboriginal people? Yes. They were all mixed together, and we became foundational Black Americans. So that's what that means. We're the non-immigrant group. We're the descendants of the slaves, descendants of the freedmen, descendants of the people who built the nation. So that's what it means. It's real simple.
And then is the goal in bringing attention to that is like raising the general conscientiousness of like the Black community in terms of like getting out of the urban what's the word I'm looking for here, the urban kind of trend that's been set, and the
Well,
Black on Black violence, Black Lives Matter type of fiasco that happened. As the last speaker was talking about how it didn't go as well as people had hoped for it to go.
what does that have to do with our lineage? None of that. That has nothing to do with whether our lineage is here or not here. You understand?
Oh
That
no,
is
I'm not bringing that into question. I'm saying is
okay.
bringing focus to your lineage in hopes to like raise the conscientiousness of the general population of like black owl or black African Americans.
Well, our lineage is just our lineage. If some of us want to raise up the conscientiousness of whatever, that's fine. If they don't, that doesn't change their lineage. We're just acknowledging what our lineage is and acknowledging what the culture is, acknowledging and delineating, because also we're doing a reparations movement, and that's very important. so that we can know who the reparations should be paid out to. So that's why the movement of us delineating has gained so much steam, because the reparations conversation is up in the political sphere. Yeah.
So that's where so the FBA kind of movement is where the reparations conversation springs from.
No, no.
No?
We've been talking about delineating for a long time. People like Dr. Claude Anderson has always talked about how we are a unique ethnicity. People like Norris Shelton. So the conversation has been around for a minute, and because it's a political season now, we are tying that into the reparations as well. Now, how do you feel about reparations? Where are you from? Where's your family from, by the way?
I'm Syrian. I'm a first generation Syrian American actually. So I'm the firstborn of my family.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
indeed.
but my background is Syrian. That's where the homeland is, or
Mhm.
my motherland. I honestly, when I first heard about reparations, I thought it was actually crazy, and I still don't see how that it can be done feasibly on a large scale. And I think I honestly think that like if you look at something like when it comes to like welfare and things like that further I feel like something like reparations would kind of have harmful effects as to what welfare does to people and entraps them into like a habitually bad lifestyle. So I don't see like how it's feasible on an economic scale, and then like feasible in terms of like actually helping the people that get that money to scale it into some sort of financial literacy down the line.
Hmm. So you feel like it will be like welfare. What does welfare do? How does welfare harm people?
Well, when it comes to welfare, it's kind of like there's some people. It's really based off of on a psychological premise. If you look at it this way, there are some people that try to take advantage of the welfare system. They're pretty much their users. They benefit purely off of it. These people usually get lazy. They don't want to work a job. They try to find loopholes as to where that they do not lose their welfare benefits. There are some people also the psychological consequences of welfare would be, let's say they are in a rut, they're having a hard time, they end up needing to take welfare, whether it being food stamps or getting a monthly assistance from Social Security or the government in whatever way. They need that for a while, then they get
Ah,
used to it.
so do you think this is like hypothetically? Do you think this is something that affects a lot of black people? Do you think this is something that makes black people lazy?
I think that the welfare system was started and developed and targeted towards the African American community after the civil rights movement, uh, and it was used as a tool to control um, the group as a whole, further to keep them in enslaved to the government.
Oh, okay. So you're not really for like too many government handouts like that, right?
Um, I mean, not particularly because there's so many moving parts, and it ends up getting muddied.
So we should take away all those refugee benefits that them Syrian refugees got, because they got a whole bunch of welfare benefits when they came over here as refugees. So we should take some of that money back, right?
Sure, take it away.
Right. Because we're going to talk about people getting welfare. Your family was doing that, sir. They were coming over here getting all types of money and
Well, I
getting
mean,
dollars.
I'm really not taking jabs at anyone. I'm talking about
I'm
families
not
as a
taking
whole.
jabs either. I'm not. I
Yeah,
am not taking
but
jabs.
you see, you're
Nope.
referring to my family. You're saying your family. My family has nothing to do with it.
Syrian, sir.
Syrians, sure, but I mean, if there are Syrians, but not my family. Do not specify my.
Well, you're Syrian. Like when you talk about black people, that includes me. All
Okay,
right. Because we're talking about foundational black Americans, and you tied in Black Lives Matter. You did this. You tied in Black Lives
I
Matter.
I tied it in because DJ, I don't know what her name is, Blackie Chan. She mentioned BLM not being
Right.
what the community had expected it to be.
Right.
That's what I was referencing. I
But
wasn't
yeah,
tying it to your FBA thing. I really don't know what it is.
but no,
I'm
but
still
you
learning that as we go.
no, no, sir, no. You said, well, does the lineage? How is that going to fix black on black crime? And you brought all that in. You tied
No,
all of
I said when I referenced that, I said is one of your goals in the FBA movement is calling back onto your guys' lineage. When it comes to being those that sprung up America, built it. Is that an effort to, you know, raise the general consciousness of the entire community? Because what I'm really trying to understand is like, what's your guys' mission statement, your guys' values, your goals. That's why I'm asking these kind of
Oh, okay.
open-ended questions.
Great question. That's a
Sure.
great question. What's your goal to fix Syria?
My goal. Well, Syria has a really big problem with one of its neighbors, and also a lot of its other neighbors have an issue with that neighbor. And that neighbor of theirs is a, you know, they're a group of they're a group of people that aren't really from that land. You know, usually it harbors a lot of pedophiles. There's a large amount of a large rate of skin cancer in that region by the people occupying that country because their skin is not acclimated to the sun over there. I don't want to go into detail on as to who the issue is, but they've been causing trouble for a large amount of Levantine and other Middle Eastern countries for, you know, for the past, I'd say 75 years. You might want to say 47, 48. You know, they've been causing issues, and they've been doing it because they know that Big Daddy America, who isn't their daddy anymore, they're more America's daddy, you know, based off of how much they get from
So yeah,
America.
so you're bringing up some very good points. So Syria is down bad right now. It's hell over there. People are fleeing, wars, rapes, all types of weird stuff
It's
going.
been going on for over 10 years. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So why in the world are you worrying about what foundational Black Americans are doing as far as black on black crime and all of that? You got bigger fish to fry, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, you know, I saw the space. I joined it because I've seen you. I've listened to you in one or two other spaces, but it was really heated in the other spaces. Like you guys were arguing about something, and there was one person yelling at another person. It was like a
Right.
whole. It was like
And
a shouting match, and I never got to really understand what you were about. I heard, you know, one or two people say FBA. So I didn't stick around to listen to more of the shouting match because it didn't seem, you know, beneficial. So when
right.
I saw, I guess someone who I know is watching or is listening to your space, so it was recommended on the top of my bar. I clicked on it and I listened, and then, you know, the topic of what the FBA is came up. So I was like, hey, that Somali guy disappeared. Uh, and
Yeah,
the joke he made about his head is funny because I make that joke as well sometimes.
yes, indeed.
Uh,
And you,
so I
sir,
wanted to come up.
are a fan of Myron. You're a fan of Myron, huh?
Oh yeah, I've watched his podcast. It's gotten repetitive now, so I don't watch it anymore. You know, if you've watched maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, especially of the nighttime stuff, like when he's just got a panel full of women, you've watched every single one. You don't need to watch
Right.
them. His more beneficial stuff is the stuff he does on like on money and things like that, like actual productive things.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, and thank you for the call, sir. All
Yeah, for
right.
sure. I know we.
Yeah, cats talking about black on black crime. You got to get it together in your own homeland. You from Syria? It's a hellhole over there right now.
They were very influenced by Western country music. That's why a lot of Jamaican performers back in the days, they'd have names like Josie Wales, and they would have cowboy hats on, and they would be positioned like this on their album covers because they loved American Westerns and shit like that.
In reverse, Jamaicans had nothing to do with hip hop the way it is. I'm not hip hop according to most people, but I am the source of what hip hop became.
They even said I was Jamaican. That's cool, hurt. My mother came from North Carolina. My father, to be truthful, they said he was born in Jersey, not to be disrespectful to anybody's nationality. I didn't know Herc was Jamaican for a good while.
When you look at a lot of the early pioneers in hip hop, none of them heard any toasting records. They weren't playing toasting records or Jamaican records or reggae records at some of the earliest jams. Even Kool Herc himself has said he didn't play Caribbean records because the audience just didn't take to it.
Jamaican toasting, no, we're not on the mic. I mean, if you're 14, 15 years old, what Jamaican artists are you listening to? You don't even know a Jamaican artist. We're all in high school, so we don't have that kind of information. So the roots of hip hop being Jamaican, absolutely false.